Yo, how's it going guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today what I have for you is another player review, and it is on regular Douglas Costa. Now, we had amazing support on the Frankie de Jong video yesterday. Crazy support, so thank you very much if you did watch that video. If you haven't, check it out. I'll leave a link to it in the description. But today we are focusing on Douglas Costa. He looks crazy. So if you do enjoy this video, please do drop a like down below and subscribe for much more FIFA 20 content. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight into it. So here we go then. Douglas Costa now. For me, I was lucky enough to pack him, and I did sell him and then I bought him back because I don't know why I sold him. He looks like a really strong card, and I was really enjoying his... When I first packed it, I was really enjoying it. So I bought him back and I've brought him into an amazing team, and you can see these stats. Look at the acceleration, the sprint speed, the dribbling is where he stands out the most for me. 93 agility, 91 balance, 80 reactions, 91 ball control, and 92 dribbling. All crazy stats. Now, the team we did have him in was this Serie A La Liga hybrid. We've got De Ligt, amazing, Koulibaly, the same, Milinkovic-Savic, De Jong, who we reviewed. And I have to say, I've put him at a CDM and he performs really well, so enjoying him there. Nainggolan, really nice card for 15k. And it's a really good team. The way we set it up in game is a 4-1-2-1-2 with Douglas Costa playing as a left striker, Dembele in behind, or we stay in a 4-3-3, or Douglas Costa plays at cam. So I've tried him out in a load of different positions. Hopefully this can be highlighting how good he actually was for me. Let's just get into the highlights that we did get with Douglas Costa. So here we go then into the Douglas Costa review, and Douglas Costa at the moment is coming in at around 20 to 25,000 coins on the Xbox, and I think that is a great price if you think he's Brazilian, from Juventus, really good links through the Serie A. He is just a phenomenal card, and I was really happy when we did pack him in the first welcome back packs, but decided to sell him because I thought I would be switching up to a narrow formation. Changed my mind because the importance of having speedy players in the team, I can't stress enough. In FIFA 20, the pace up front is so important. And getting into the clips, you can see Douglas Costa playing as a left striker in this team, causing havoc for every opponent we come up against. It's so good playing him on that left side because you have his left foot and it's just amazing. I don't know how he has a 64 finishing. I think that's just a lie. Base card stat of 64, his finishing was excellent. You can see that is a really tough finish, and he finishes it off with ease, and that is what you'll see from this review. Just really clinical finishing from Costa, and not only clinical finishing, but just all game involvement. I really enjoyed how he was always seemed to be involved in the game, whether he was coming in at cam, on the wing, playing as that striker. And what a beautiful assist, back heel assist to Immobile. Immobile, by the way, if you're looking for an out-and-out striker, is absolutely fantastic. Really good at finishing. But into the stats, I spoke about quite briefly at the start. Some of the stats that really stood out to me would be the 93 agility, 91 balance, and 91 ball control. I haven't used that many players who felt as agile as Douglas Costa. I would go to say that Douglas Costa feels more agile than Ousmane Dembele. I think we've used... Who did we use in the draft? We've used Lionel Messi. Obviously, Messi's just on another level. But Douglas Costa really was up there. I think his dribbling is phenomenal. You can see him popping off the skills really nice. And his ability to find the pass is one thing I was really surprised about, because I didn't think his passing would be as good as it was. And I think with the 3-star weak foot that he does have, that does become a problem, as we'll talk about in the negatives. But for the passing, it didn't seem to be too much of an issue. He seemed to be really finding the assists more often than not. As for the stamina on this card, I really was surprised that it didn't affect it as much as I thought it would. Obviously, he's only got 71 stamina, and I think if you were playing him as a left winger, it would affect him more. But what I would recommend for this card is you play him at striker. You can see they're unlucky to hit the post, but he runs in behind so often. I had him stay central and get in behind. He was just positioning himself so high up the pitch. I really liked it. And when he did come deep, he picked up the ball in the cam position, and he was just able to find the pass more often than not. You can see there, a bit of a weak shot, but that is what you can expect. A bit hit and miss, but most of the time, he is a hit. He is really nice. You can see that I'm trying to do the FIFA 19 cheese, sorry, and it nearly pays off. We nearly get a really scruffy goal. But that is just obviously one thing that you can do with Douglas Costa. You can do the skill moves that you weren't expecting, really. Now on to the downsides with this card. And I can't really say there are too many that would really have an amazing, well, or a massive impact on the way that you use the card. But one thing I would say, obviously when you're playing him as striker or even on the wing, he is quite weak. And with FIFA 20 being the way that it is, you don't really get free kicks too often. And I find that I hardly ever get free kicks, even if you're wiped out. I think that's one thing EA do need to look at and do need to change, is how often you get free kicks. Because I think I must have had about 2 or 3 in about 15 games that I've played so far. Hence why I haven't got any better at them. We weren't even able to test out Douglas Costa's free kicks. But you can see there the right foot is an issue. That is one thing that I did discover. When it comes down to finishing on the right foot, it's just not possible, really. You don't expect it. Previous FIFAs, you know he can't do the right foot finishing as well as he can on his left. The left foot is so deadly, especially when you cut across the ball. Dipping shot, it always seems to fly in the top corner. That is one thing that I enjoyed so much, was just getting the angle, cutting across the ball, and it always, as I said, always seemed to fly in. It was really enjoyable. As for another con with Douglas Costa, I would say that the crossing is quite a con. Quite a few times we had him down the wing, and this is why I didn't really enjoy him as a winger, because we were getting it down the wing, trying to cross the ball in, and we just weren't able to find the pass. I was really disappointed with that, because I thought crossing might be good with Immobile as our player in the middle, but you can see here, just hits the goalkeeper, can't do anything from that. But we get the ball again with Douglas Costa, and he can't get the skill move away. But overall, Douglas Costa, I think for me, I couldn't recommend him high enough. If you're building a Serie A team, if you're building a Brazilian team, maybe you could link him with Fabinho, Alexandro. For 20,000 coins, if you compare him to the likes of Martial, you've got Sadio Mane, obviously is so expensive. You've got Raheem Sterling. All of these cards are over 100k. Martial, I think, is about 50, but for half the price of a Martial, Douglas Costa seems an absolute steal. If you consider that you could go pair him with Alan, you can just play him in so many options. You don't have to play him at left wing. You don't have to play him at striker. You can play him at cam, left mid. It really doesn't matter. He will have an impact in your team wherever he plays. And what a lovely pass. That is one of the things I was more surprised about with this card. It was one of them passes that I was experiencing with Frankie de Jong during the player review. A first time pass. One of them things that I didn't expect to see from Douglas Costa, and the banger from Immobile. Really nice finish there. If there is anyone in this team that you'd like to see me do a player review on, please do let me know, because I probably will be running with this team up until FUT Champions. I think we've got a nice squad put together. I think it is going to increase in value as well, which is really surprising. Something that I don't do very often. But I think this is the final game with Douglas Costa, and you can see how fast he does the skill moves. Unlucky not to get the shot away there, but he was really effective in getting off the skill moves. When you look at that, a rainbow flick over the defender into the bottom corner was probably one of my best goals I've scored on FIFA 20, and all of my best goals have come from this man's left foot. I can't stress how good it is. 73 shooting is a total lie. I just can't believe it just says 73 shooting with the 64 finishing. It's just a lie, as I say. But you can see here the weakness of Douglas Costa. The clinical finishing just wasn't there in that position, and the strength. You'd think in previous FIFAs that would probably be a foul, and this is the best goal we did score with Douglas Costa. Put this on Twitter. Elastico into a dipping left-footed shot. As I say, when you get it on the left foot, you always know it's going to be a goal. And Douglas Costa in division rivals did turn up for me so much. These past, I think, 5, 6, I think we've probably played around 12 games with Douglas Costa. Obviously, the stats on this card aren't the same as the one that we did pack, but I've played a lot of games with this card, and I know how he performs. He performs just like he did in FIFA 19, FIFA 18. I remember using his scare card, and it was just phenomenal. And this is up there. Really enjoying it. I think he fits the meta of the game. Pacey, skillful, good finishing. But look at this. How the hell doesn't that go in? I have no idea. I just thought I'd include that. And we finish off the Douglas Costa review with a hat-trick from the man himself. 10 attempts, 3 goals. Yes, not the best at clinical finishing, but when he does have the opportunity, he is always going to finish it. As for an overall rating, I would probably give Douglas Costa, I think I would take an 8.5 for Douglas Costa. As I say, so many amazing stats. Ones that stood out to me were the pace, the running in behind obviously isn't a stat, but it's just an amazing feature of the card. The agility, the balance, all really nice. The finishing, as I said, is a lie. Couldn't recommend this guy enough. I'm going to give him an 8.5 rating. I think, for me, he's better than Ousmane Dembele, and I think he can only get better. If he gets informed, the links he does get, I think he deserves an 8.5 rating. Yes, this is quite harsh rating, but I think that you need area to really test out the higher rated players. Once we've tested out the likes of Mohamed Salah, then we can really compare how this Douglas Costa card does compare to them. Maybe he's better than Salah. I don't know. I haven't tried him yet, but we will be definitely trying out a load more players on the channel. And that is going to be the end of the game. So there we go then, the Douglas Costa review. 6 games played, 8 goals scored, 7 assists. I think with the card we first owned, before we sold it, we had so many goals. I think at one point he was 5 games, 10 goals. Phenomenal player. I really, really did love him in that striker position. Probably my favourite position to play him in. The left wing didn't really suit me in this game. I prefer the narrow formations because the players get involved so much more. Douglas Costa dropping in deep. Really, really enjoyed him. Would definitely recommend you pick him up. For 20,000 coins is a bargain. Think he will do really, really nice things for you. That is going to be the end of today's video. If you did enjoy, please drop a like and subscribe for much more FIFA 20 content. I'll be back very shortly with another FIFA 20 video. See you later.